What's up, stay-at-homies? Hope you're doing great. So today's video looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Something kind of new and exciting. So I thought it would be fun to get to know some of the teachers and staff members from our school. So thank you very much to Mr. Radu and Ms. McKay for being our first volunteers. I hope you enjoy getting to know a little bit more about them. It might even be kind of fun to pause the video and see if you can guess what they're going to say. I don't know, might be fun. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Good day, MJ. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Big thanks to Ms. Defoe for putting this project together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody here is doing really well, but missing all of our kids, definitely.
Good morning, EMJ. It is so nice to see you. It's pretty lonely without you there, EMJ. We really miss all of you. Mrs. Defoe, thanks for having me here. Mr. Radu, it's nice to see you.
I don't really have a favorite color. I like all colors. The brighter the better, even pink if need be. So I'm good with that.
Well, if I had to choose a color, it's actually probably Mr. Radu's shirt color today. I think that pink is one of my favorite colors, but it's actually not my favorite color because I actually like black. Black is my favorite shade. Technically not a color, but if I choose anything, it's usually in black.
What's your favorite subject to teach?
So my favorite subject to teach right now would be language arts. I love teaching reading and writing with kids.
So one, I love to teach reading because reading is probably my favorite thing in the whole entire world to do. But I also love to teach science outside. So when I was a kindergarten teacher and we used to go outside every day, or we'd go to forest school, I loved being outside and learning about the world. So those two things are probably what I would choose to teach for the rest of my life.
What's your favorite candy? Yum!
So my favorite candy is an easy one, gummies. Anything gummies, I am all about that.
Well, those who know Mr. Radu, you're going to know that he has a very favorite kind of candy. So you got to keep those away from him because he will sneak them from you. But I actually don't have a favorite candy because I don't really care about candy. So if it's there, I might have it, but I don't really have a favorite kind of candy. I could take it or leave it.
So, where are you from?
I was born in Edmonton, but I only lived there for a couple of weeks, and so I spent the rest of my life in Calgary. Well, born in Edmonton, raised in Calgary.
So I actually grew up in Saskatchewan, in Saskatoon. So when I was a little girl, I grew up in Saskatchewan, and in Saskatoon, I lived on this big field, kind of like the field that we have at the back of EMJ. And my house was right there. So I could walk to school every morning, and I could walk home for lunch, and I could walk back to school. And in the winter, it snowed so much in Saskatchewan that it would actually be up to your waist. And guess what? There was no snow days ever. My parents had to work, so I walked to school no matter what.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book. So if you've ever spent any time in my office for whatever reason that might be, you'll know my favorite book is Where the Wild Things Are. It has been for many years, and I even have it on my wall, and I got lots of fun figures for the book as well. So those are my dolls, as Miss McKay likes to fondly call them.
So I did mention reading's pretty much my favorite pastime, so I couldn't just choose one. So I have two favorite books I want to share with you today. So I have two favorite books that I absolutely love, and they come with me no matter where I am in what job I'm in. So when I taught kindergarten, they were with me. When I taught junior high, they were with me. And now that I'm at EMJ, they're with me. So my very favorite book from when I was a child, it's The Velveteen Rabbit. So I don't know if any of you have read this story or heard about this story, but it is about a little boy who has this very special rabbit, and he loves this rabbit so much, and it's a stuffy rabbit. And when I was a little girl, I always really wanted a dog, but my parents wouldn't let me have a dog. And so this story made me believe that if I loved my stuffed dog Yellow enough, that he would come to life. And I loved him, and I made sure that I took the best care of him. And you know what? When I got older, I got a yellow lab. So maybe some magic does happen. You never know. My other book is a little bit different. It's called The Short and Incredibly Happy Life of Riley. And so this is a little bit of a different book. It's actually about how you just need to be happy with what you have, because when you always want what someone else has or what someone else is, you're never ever going to be happy. And so it talks about true happiness is when you just accept and love who and where you are. So I like that message. Those are my favorite books. I wonder what your favorite books are. I'd love to hear about them.
What is a hobby you enjoy in your spare time?
Music is something I've always loved, music and books. So if I've got any spare time, I usually am reading a book or listening to music. I collect vinyl records. That's always been something that I've been passionate about as well.
So I spend most of my time reading, which I'm not sure that's a hobby, but something I really enjoy doing that I wish I could do more of is camping. So I love to camp in a tent in the forest where you walk in and you make your fire and you just are in nature 100%.
What kind of music do you like?
This one's going to be a fun one. My favorite kind of music. When I was younger, I was in a punk rock band, and it's still what I listen to this day. So I never really grew up as far as my music tastes go, I guess some would say.
Oh, this is the opposite of Mr. Radu. While he was a rock star, I have no singing voice at all. But what I do love is I love country music. I think I like the songs and the stories in them. So it kind of makes sense. I like to read because of the stories, and I like country music because of the stories. So they make me laugh and smile and cry. So that's my favorite kind of music.
What is your
ultimate recess snack?
My ultimate recess snack is anything salty, so chips, dip, that kind of thing is always good with me.
I am a horrible baker. My daughter bakes amazing things for me, but I only create burned cookies. My very favorite recess snack would have to be anything someone has home baked. So sometimes my daughter bakes for me, sometimes EMJ staff members bake for us, and it's always a nice little surprise. It's something I just can't walk by.
Do you have any pets? Oh, I love pets.
I currently do not have any pets, unfortunately. I did have a dog a couple of years ago. That's him right there. His name was Jasper.
Yes, I do have a pet. I have Rosie. She's a French bulldog. She is 4 years old, and she's quite a stinker, actually. But she's considered a big suck in her house. She likes to sit on laps, and she likes to go and play. So I'm going to let her go play now because she's asking to go play with her friends. We all have a pet that you're probably wondering how he's doing. So let me just grab him. This is Mr. Business. I don't know if you can see him, if he's going to swim around to you. Let's see. He does laps usually. Mr. Business has been having a fantastic time at my house. He's been getting lots of lovely messages from my own children. But we do notice he's a little bit depressed without you guys. He misses you, EMJ. So you're going to have to make sure that when you come back, the first thing you do is come say hello to Mr. Business, because you guys are the delight of his life.
Oh, that was fun.
Okay, that's it for me. Again, hope everybody's doing really, really well. We miss our students and families so much, and we are looking forward to everybody coming back. Can't wait to see everybody again. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone.
So Mr. Business misses you. I miss you. I hope you all stay well. And I hope you actually maybe respond with some comments. What's your favorite book? What are your pets? Can't wait to hear. Thanks, Mrs. Defoe. Thanks, Mr. Radu. Have an awesome day.
Well, I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about Mr. Radu and Ms. McKay. Thank you so much to those two for participating. That's it for me today. Until next time, be brave, be kind, and wash your hands. Bye.